Hey, what's going on, folks? This is Kelvin Pham for VietNAIL TV. Welcome to another webcast, folks. The original topics was going to be about reopening, about the proper face covering, okay, face shield, and all that, all the things that we've been talking about. Mr. Tong Vu have, spent time to put together a presentation, a discussion for us to discuss about, okay, and it's going to change a little bit. I already talked to him about it, and so I'm looking forward to see what some of the changes are. Now, also, some of the other topic is SARS-CoV-2 airborne? Okay, so we're gonna discuss about is the virus is airborne. We discussed a little bit about it. We've seen, some of the research, some of the testing, and so forth. So today, I'm really looking forward to get Mr. TV's opinion on what his thought is, and if it is airborne, how do we deal with it? Okay. Now, the third topic that we're going to be discussing about is air ventilation. Does fan work? Can I use my air conditioning? Okay, so we're going to discuss about that. The last topic, actually, Mr. TV had put down on the list here is like open topic. Well, you know what, Mr. Tong Vu? I have an open topic for you today. It's not only open, but it's outdoors, sir. Okay? Like I mentioned, okay, in California, folks, Governor Newsom, again, have made an announcement that salon can reopen. However, we got to do it outside. On that note, folks, before I bring in the guests, make sure you comment and you follow us on Facebook, all right?
A lot of people is complaining about the outside approach, doing outside approach. I think it's a little progress. Right now, it's a little bit better than before. At least we allow to open actually. Better than none, right? At least this time we got closed and reopened. At the same time as the hair salon and barber shop, we don't feel like we left behind and we single out. So I see, personally, it's a one step forward, a good progress from the governor's point of view.
Approximately 80% of our population is restricted in this way, and we have an option if we want to open to the outdoors.
Right.
And of course, we have to check with our counties to make sure that that's okay.
Yep.
And I think we would need to check with our landlords and our insurance companies. And
that's a good point.
there's more than just saying, okay, I'm just going to move everything outdoors. There's more to it, including we have to come up with, if we have employees, we have to come up with a heat illness prevention plan according to OSHA, because you can't have people working outside when you're not taking care of their health.
Okay, Kevin, item number 7. Okay? When you need to go into the store, you got to let the people, in charge of the store know you are going to go pee, and one at a time.
Yes, one at a time. Okay. There cannot be two in the same restaurant.
Hey, Joe, you hear that, Joe? Just one.
The question about whether this virus airborne or not always come from the get-go, from the beginning, like yes. in the start of the crisis. But there's more and more data, and people get more experiments, and they have some, and I posted on one of the article from the BBC.
Yep.
And it looked like, even though there's still a little bit more work that they have to do, but it looked like it's possible, very highly possible that it's airborne. Airborne meaning this, okay, the first 6 feet is where the gravitational force the droplet down, and not carry the transmission from the mouth of this person to another mouth or face of the other person. So that 6 feet sufficient to have the big droplets going down. But the smaller droplets can go further beyond the 6 feet. And when it goes further, a small particle normally float up and down. It's not, the gravity force is not acting on small droplet the way it's act on the bigger droplet. So it could be airborne somehow. So, and then there is another obvious argument, say, okay, with that, then ventilation help, and that's given. Ventilation help in any kind of hazardous airborne, right? And then they say that, okay, if we have good ventilation, good exchanging source of air from the outside is having less or none virus. So if there is a recycling or diluting effect of the airborne virus, the chance of transmission through the airborne virus will be less. And that is just by guessing why the governor allow us to do this. And I think there is no better reason than that. Okay, so that is actually our first topic that I raised to our discussion today. The agenda was placed a couple of weeks ago, but coincidentally today is just a perfect day to say about that.
Good.
If we live by law, how many laws should supposed to be written? How much detail should the law be written? It's endless. And it will be changing tomorrow or next day or next week or next month.
No, we did not do anything
What?
because I think
What?
outside is too much hassle. Like Jaime mentioned before, insurance and Cal OSHA and then labor law and then a lot of things going on. Your income is $2,000 or $3,000, but the lawsuit is more than $100,000. So
Smart.
something
so smart.
like not work for me to open the outdoor.
It's known that it's difficult to do outside. So I just take this opportunity to say, okay, the governor step a step forward, and we would encourage him to do that. And we would, as the community, we should give him the fact. The fact that it's almost impossible to work it outside. Too much hassle, like Pham said. Too much hassle.
So now
Okay,
you want us to
the
reverse?
other-
You want us
the
to
other
reverse
approach-
his?
The other approach.
Yeah.
The other approach is, instead of suddenly make the decision of closing it and open it, what is the whole objective? The whole objective is slowing down the spread, right? So again, I would recommend somebody support, go and talk with him. Okay, do it proactively instead of reactively. Proactively, we can do it inside and with less people inside, and alternate it. We open 1 week and close it another week, or we open it 2 weeks, close it another 2 weeks. The net result is we work less hours. We will expose to less of the transmission. Less is good. Less is the approach.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't follow the same path, not the same schedule, because if we go back to the beginning and start the same schedule where we opened up restaurants first and that sort of thing, we didn't open up until much later. When we tried to convince the governor that we could be safe.
Yeah.
We need to stop talking about how much education we have and demonstrate that we can be safe. We got to set ourselves up so that we could be caught being compliant rather than being caught being non-compliant, which is what's happening when salons are operating when they're not supposed to be operating. I just went to the dentist the other day, and I walked past a door where someone was sneaking a client into a salon.
Well, you know what, Jaime, you're not surprised because I brought it up about, like one of the big issue now is that not the salon, doing it in the salon is an issue. I agree with you, but that is that is not a big issue compared to doing it at home where we can't see them, Jaime. At least you're able to see people go into the salon, and if you are really concerned, you can bust a call. But if I'm doing it in my house, there is no way you're gonna find out. That is going to be a big concern right there.
Now, if we doing it outdoor, what happened to all the gel product?
Yeah, it will kill. It will kill before. Yeah.
So basically, it went to shit, right?
Jaime.
Okay.
You remember? Hang on, Joe. Jaime, you remember You remember I brought that up last time too, right? I was saying that, you know what? If we do it outside, I guarantee you the sales of LED lamp is going to go down. What do you think about that, Jaime? That's what Tom was concerned about.
But the sale of gel polish will go up.
Yes.
Yeah. They have to keep changing their model.
With the one bottle.
By the way,
Especially the one in the pot, open pot, man. Okay.
folks, yeah.
Outside, outdoor, we have such thing as I call wind. Okay, so it wouldn't be like 6 feet distant. It could be like 20, 30 feet all the way down, whether it's a restaurant or whatever, whatnot. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And then you guys already brought the thing up about the bathroom. You know, I thought about it. You know.
Now, you thought about the bathroom too, Joe?
You're right.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. You know, I'm sure the governor, or like the president, they have a board that advise them. Okay. And they make a decision on something that you know could be that they borrow it from another state or whatever, whatnot, just to make themselves look good.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to go that. Okay, that's just me thinking.
Yeah.
But you know, doing nail outdoor, that's the dumbest thing ever. That's BS.
Right.
They're asking us to bring it into an environment that is unclean, that it's dusty. You know, how are you going to get the gel nail shiny when you have, some dust on it, just by the wind blowing through? So it's just not worth it doing it outside,
From our expert, the people that I call and, to ask about, any type of question that I might have, okay? And folks, you can see, and I'm serious, the time and effort that the folks on our panel take to look into these topics, okay? I'm talking about Tom Vu, and I'm talking about Miss Jamie Schrabeck. And you guys, she knows a lot of information. So if I can't get her to give us advice on, on how we can, open the outdoor salon, then folks, take it serious that there must be something there, okay? So based on what I'm hearing today, folks, is that the outdoor nail salon option is not a good option, okay? Unless somebody can prove me otherwise. Now, like I mentioned before last week, the whole situation right now is like a movie, folks, to me, okay? All right? It's like a movie. I'm gonna call up Adele, my sister Adele, and tell her, you know what? You should do a documentary on what happens in the nail industry during this crisis. I mean, god dang, it's gonna be very interesting, all right? So if anybody's interested in doing a documentary about, like the crisis, the nail salon crisis, let me know. Now, like I mentioned in the webcast today, our life is changing. It's constantly changing, folks. And it seems so real right now, okay? Especially with the call from my daughter this morning, folks. It really made it real for me. So how do we as a community, how we react and evolve through this whole process will determine our future, folks, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Like what Tom was saying, make the right choices. Use your common sense, all right? I can only hope, folks, that our nail industry will take the opportunity to elevate each other and to support the brands, okay, that is on the same page with us. And on that note, folks, I just want to wish you and your family a safe day. Make sure you be safe and you be kind, all right? And on that note, folks, peace out.